Supercalifragilistic red carpet extravaganza. We're back here at the Scandal Sesh for UK's season 2, episode 3, and I am Perry, and my co-host Summer Rayne.
Me, Summer Rayne? Is somebody saying my name? Oh my God, I'm just at the disco. Perry reporting live from the Netflix studio, it apparently looks like. Oh my God.
I mean, where else do you get who wore it best but a red carpet? So I had to find a red carpet to bombard.
Talking about who wore it best, let's get right into this episode. The queens come back. Who was just eliminated?
We just lost Cherry Valentine.
Oh my God. I was hoping that she was going to get into the end, but alas, here we are. Cherry Valentine's got the bags, babes. And the queens are now happy to pair off with their best Judies. They're designated a color. What are our pairs? What's the color?
Yeah, they did a quick little mini challenge where Tace and Veronica won the limbo contest and got to pair off the groups. They each picked their best friend, and then they were given a color. Sister and Ginny Lemon were given pink by Veronica.
You have Tace and a horror like the fashion, like fashionistas, and they're designated the color black, which I'm super excited about.
I mean, we've already seen Taste loves black. I feel like it's great for Ahura. Veronica, for her namesake, chooses green for herself, and she's with Tia.
Tia's like, are you sure? Are you sure? Michelle has clocked everybody that's red or wore green on the runway. Why would you pick green? But I don't know. Green looks good on some people.
I mean, green looks good on Tia when she did the Nottingham look on the first day, so she shouldn't be scared of green.
Right. She's just scared of the design, period. And talking about design, so Estina and Bimini, they're the East Londoners, they pair together. I don't know what they're going to bring to the table, because we know that they bring some fashion, but not really like attitude and personality much. So what do you think about that? What color do they have?
I feel like Estina and Bimini are so opposite. I was really surprised to see them together, and having the color blue, I feel like that's maybe not the best color for Estina. For Bimini, I just like so used to like her outfits being like she's not wearing much anyhow. It's not going to matter what color her look is because she won't have very much of it. But
right.
And the last one, Lawrence and Ellie, they get gold. Like, I feel like I'm kind of surprised that like they were just the last ones picked and they get the best color.
Like that came out of nowhere, and it's like we didn't know the colors before they were picking them, but they were like, and you get gold, and it's like, why wouldn't nobody else pick gold?
Right.
Like maybe the queens were choosing the worst colors to give to the worst queens first, so maybe that's just what they were left with.
I feel like when they paired up, you always know RuPaul's going to throw a twist. So like when she's like, pair up with your best Judy, I feel like you know something weird's going to happen. So like, do you really want to pick your best friend? Because sure enough, like they find out they're going to have to, one out of all of these pairs is going to be the worst and one's going to be the best. So like,
right.
If you do really well, you're essentially going to help your best friend get sent home. Like kind of a catch-22, like it's a shitty setup to be stuck in, but you're also there to win, not to make a best friend. But I think all these pairs, like there's something about their bond that it's going to be hard for any of them.
Yeah, it is going to be hard because it's just it's not going to bring like the good in some people. It might bring some of the bad. So I'm excited to see the girls on the runway. And so we actually do see the girls on the runway. They come out. So the first pair that comes out, Taste and Ahura, they both kind of construct this like black jacket with the cape, and Taste doesn't have a cape, but still like a jacket structured moment. Of the two, I definitely thought that Ahura wore it best, which she actually did. What did you think of the first pair?
This was actually, out of all of them, this is the only one I didn't agree with the judges on, even though I was like, not a, when a Taste came out with the horns, I was like, why is she doing that again? And then Michelle read her for that. She's like, we've already seen this. But other than that, even though it might not have been as constructed as well, I thought that was what the look was supposed to be, and I loved it. Like, I actually thought Taste's was really good. Ahura, I guess it's one of those situations for me where like she talks so much up about herself being a fashion designer that even though maybe it looked better standing next to Ahura, knowing that she's a great fashion designer, I was like, it just seemed basic to me. Like, I wasn't blown away by it by any means. Like, I feel like this was the only one I didn't agree with the judges.
Yeah. In the next pair, Jenny and Sister Sister, I mean, I give it up for Jenny for coming out in that, like, oh, bless her heart. Like, she definitely tried. And she did have a breakthrough moment in the workroom talking with Bimini and about wearing, this is why we're yellow, because I'm non-binary. So it was a big cathartic moment, I think, for her to go out in full drag and get all these positive critiques about how good she's trying. But that being said, it didn't even look like Ginny Lemon, so she just wasn't giving it at all. So it just didn't come together very well.
She did come out and sell it. I think that her yellow on the pink, like, worked really well together. And I think like Graham Norton was the one that's like, if you just keep your hand on your hip, if she had a belt or she had something to cinch, she might have won. Like, because it was, I mean, she just doesn't have the best palette, the best face, let's say. But she worked really well with what she had, and it could have been like just a couple little tweaks. It could have been amazing. But Sister Sister, the only thing I didn't like about her look was that big pink circle in the middle. I was like, it looks like a button or something. It was weird, but everything else, the way the outfit was constructed, I was really excited about.
Yeah. I think out of the two, I think obviously Sister Sister was the strongest. I think that Jenny did push herself out of her comfort zone, but it wasn't far enough, and she didn't like really hold true to it. She really committed. I think it would have like turned it around a bit.
Sister Sister's like pants were the boot, like her boot were her pants. Like, they weren't disconnected at all. It was like all the way connected. I don't know. It was really cool to me.
Then Veronica and Tia Coffee comes out. Green. Green is just such an iffy color. I just would not choose green. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and honestly, I think this was the worst group out of all the groups. Like, I feel like Taste and Ahura were probably one of the better couples. Like, but this one, I don't disagree that Tia should have been in the bottom, but I also feel like Veronica could have also. Like, neither of the outfits were super awesome. Veronica's was very Irish, so at least she was being true to herself, but it just was very simple. Tia's was poorly constructed. Her dress didn't have a liner. She didn't have any tits. The lime green top didn't complement the emerald green like hat and dress.
I know she was honest. I honestly appreciate. Hang on. Okay. I honestly appreciate how candid she was with like knowing she didn't do a good job. She was like, "Is this vintage? No. Is this elegant? No. Is this hanging on to my body? just a little bit. It was hilarious how she was presenting um, that interview. So it was almost like an Alyssa Edwards kind of moment where, okay, you can wear something shitty, but your attitude is winning me over right now. And so you're, I'm happy she was safe.
Yeah. Tia in her confessional, like every time she's in the confessional as a boy, she's just killing me with her humor. But then even on the runway, when like the judges are talking to her, she's not snapping back, because a lot of queens like to snap back or like disagree. She's agreeing with the like critiques, but she's laughing at herself and almost like making it easier for the judges to give her critiques, which is going to make it better for her in the long run. And I think that's what the judges are really liking about her, is because she's really easy to work with. She's not being a bitch.
Yeah. And someone who's not easy to work with is Estina. The judges have given her some critiques. She won last week, but there's something about, I don't know, she just doesn't seem like a good designer, a good sewer, a good put it together. And she comes out with like a two-piece. They have the blue Estina and Bimini. So she comes out like an anime schoolgirl, but every time she's talking to people, they're saying something completely different than what she's going for. That should have been her first clue of like, you need to change it. You need to do something different because this is not what you're putting out there. They're not getting it.
And like she even said that she should do, she's like, oh, it was kind of like last season with who is the like goth queen on season 12?
Aiden.
Yeah. It was kind of like Aiden last season where he was like, oh, my dress is finished, I'm going to take a nap. And all the girls are like, what the fuck are you doing? When Asina was like, oh, I think I'm done with this. And Bimini was like, you should probably put more on there. And she's like, yeah, I probably should. But then she didn't. Like, she knew it wasn't enough, but she still did it anyhow. And it's like, this is like a chance of like one chance in a lifetime, and you know you're thinking, oh, I should do something more, but then you just are like, nah, we'll see how it goes. Like, how's that? I also
like, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I also generally don't like anything Bimini ever wears, but this design that she actually designed herself, I was like, wow, this is really cool. Like, it reminded me of like a doily, a blue doily, but like it fit her like super well. It was very couture. Her wig was great with it. I actually like, I think this was probably like my second or third favorite look of the week. And I was really impressed because she doesn't usually impress me.
Right. And Bimini like really stepped it up from her last week challenge that kind of like flopped. And Rue was even like, are you going to have balloons with this look? Bimini was like, you just called me out, not going to do it. And it's like, I would hate to have that feeling, but I'm happy that Bimini kind of like almost like restored her position. Like she can be a fierce queen. And I'm excited to see what she can create, because it almost looks like she can better create something than she brought something for a look.
Then the last girls, Ellie and Lawrence. Lawrence kind of helped Ellie get her start in drag, so it's fun seeing them work together, and they got gold. I actually think that the judges gave Ellie a better critique than I would have. It was almost like when they're normally telling other girls when they're constructing something, sometimes too much is too much. Like I felt like there was things just everywhere, but it was one of the better of the bottom ones. But Lawrence, to me, oh my God, that trim, the sleeves, I actually, especially because they didn't show him much in the workroom actually working on it. He didn't say, oh, I don't know how to sew, but I just kind of was thinking like, I wasn't expecting him to come out with this amazing look. Like,
yeah, Lawrence blew me away. And Ellie, like, it was funny because when RuPaul was doing the walkthrough, RuPaul was like, "Are you guys going to be doing the same silhouettes?" And almost, I can't remember what Ellie said, but she kind of wore the same silhouette. It was a bodysuit with some stuff put onto it. Was it constructed well? Absolutely. But Lawrence came out with something completely, totally different. He came out in a half-dress sequin with that constructed top. I mean, compared to what he wore in the mini challenge, oh my God, insert here. Please put that picture on here. Oh my God, that like showgirl. There's like a meme that's like, you see Adore Delano with the blue hair with the red, and then this is her now, and it's Lawrence Chaney with the blue hair. Oh my God, if I find it, I'll see it. I'll send it to you.
You know, Adore is one of my all-time favorites, so I was kind of like, it's gonna slap some bitches because you don't mess with Adore, but it's a good comparison because that was one of Adore's not so great looks, but
yeah.
Clownish, very funny.
And Lawrence ends up, and out of those two, Lawrence was the obvious wore it best.
Yeah, not just the wore it best out of those two. They wore gold and he got the gold because he wore it best out of everyone.
Lawrence is the winner. Lawrence, congratulations. You get a repeater badge on behalf of the Scandal Sesh.
I'm super excited about Lawrence winning. He was so close and deserving in the last couple episodes. I'm super excited. And also, not only did Lawrence like win the war at best, Lawrence also had some of the best lines this week. Like he kept making fun of Taste and Ahura having sexual tension.
He was not shy, and he's like, Taste and Ahura got some sexual tension. Oh my God. It was so funny.
Taze gave it right back. Taze was like, Lawrence wouldn't know sexual attention if it slapped him in the face.
Oh, I do remember that. The gall. Oh my God.
And Lawrence and Ginny always have kind of, because they're like the two comedy queens, they're always little jabs here and there. But when Ginny walked out of the runway, Lawrence is like, he looks like a sex doll with googly eyes. And like, I couldn't get that image out of my head because Ginny does have those big, big eyes.
Insert right here, sex doll.
And then his final quote of the night, and only on Drag Race UK would this get aired, but when Lawrence wins, Lawrence goes, "Fuck me sideways." And I was like, he's so funny and such a great queen.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he brings. And so that means that who's in the bottom? I think that it's Tia Coffee and Estina Mandela. So that means that Taste, Ginny Lemon, and Ellie Diamond are safe. And the bottom two are Estina and Tia. I'm kind of gooped and gagged a bit of the decision of RuPaul. I thought that Estina should have won that lip sync, especially, I mean, compared to what she wore, it was a little bit better than what Tia wore. But Tia gave the comedy, and so it really, that's what the judges want, right? They want to be entertained, and you're going to entertain the world. And so Tia gave that, and Estina was like, well done, well done.
I thought for sure Estina had won the lip sync. In my opinion, Estina won the lip sync. For that song, she just sang it better. Like, Tia was giving comedy, but she also just seemed a little uneasy, unsure of herself. She was still a little rattled, whereas Estina wasn't rattled at all. She just went out there and blew it away. Mm-hmm. But I think that the judges are kind of just like, we think that Tia has more to grow, and Estina, we think she's doing the best that she can. I don't know. I was really surprised, especially since Estina won week one, that they were so quick to let her go. And he's a beautiful boy. She's a beautiful queen. I'm really sad about this exit, but I honestly thought it was going to be a double save because I could tell that the judges really wanted to keep Tia around, and Astina did such a good job at the lip sync, but it's just not how the cookie crumbled, and I'm really sad Astina's going home.
I know. I hope that they do a UK All Stars because a lot of queens from season 1 and season 2, I think, should come back as redemption.
Yeah. But I am, even though I don't think Tia deserved it, she is Baroness Basic. I am happy that we will get to continue hearing more of her confessionals and getting more of her humor because she is a delight for the TV.
Yes, she definitely does bring the crisp, fun humor of the UK Drag Race season 2, series 2. Fun family friendliness.
No. Next week we've got some more UK and I'm super excited.
Yes, me too. Until then, please sleep tight and look under your bed because I will be there.
Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching us. Thanks for joining us.
Next time we got to get together, I want you to mix me an elixir that will fix me on the floor.
I'll mix you up a White Claw.
Oh my God, speaking of White Claw, I swear I'm not sponsored.
Bye.
Bye. So is